Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Cande out on vacation. We'll see. She has a tentative return of December 30th. We'll see how it goes. I may be off that day, but who knows? But she's getting some well-deserved vacation time. Hope she's enjoying. Today will be okay most of the day. We do have that rain coming in, but that's not till later tonight. And some of you may not even see it. It'll be after dinner time, maybe right before bed. You get the rain, and then into tomorrow morning, and it ends supposedly by the time most people get out the door tomorrow morning, and then we have a big cold spell coming. But for today, pretty good. We'll be dry throughout most of the day, the daylight hours for sure, and we'll get up to about 50 for the high, so we will enjoy that. A program note for you, like to keep getting you ready for the Top 96 countdown of 2024. We take great pride in it. You can check socials. You'll see the whole deal, New Year's Eve, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then the bonus replay, New Year's Day, also 10 to 6. We get it done for you. See, we're smart, right? We start at 10 a.m. We end at 6 p.m. We know New Year's Eve, you got a lot of plans going on. So we end that thing at 6, and it gives you the rest of the night. And then New Year's Day, if, you turn on the radio, you're sitting around the house, whatever you're doing, you catch the replay. We throw a lot of different factors into the pot to come out with the countdown that we do. It is not just a generic countdown of national airplay. If that was the case, then Morgan Wallen, Post Malone, and Jelly Roll, and Lainey Wilson, and, all those would be, basically littered throughout the top 20. We will have a few of those, of course, but we base it on career trajectory, shows that have been in the area, kind of the aura of the artist, our local spins here on Long Island, and kind of toss it into a pot and see what we come out with. It's a lot of fun, and that'll start New Year's Eve, 10 a.m. for the top 96 of 2024. I hope everybody's ready for a great Wednesday as we get going. Let's start with a couple of fun facts. I'm going to get to a gift wrapping story in a second, but I saw, every now and again in my show prep and the things we go through, it's not just all articles and stories that we can really delve into. It's a couple of little tidbits. They'll throw a little random facts at you. And being that it's Christmas season, did you know the electric Christmas lights were invented by Thomas Edison and his business associate Edward Johnson back in 1880? He created the first strand of electric lights, hung them outside his laboratory in New Jersey. 2 years later, Thomas Edison's associate, Edward Johnson, hand-wired 80 different red, white, and blue light bulbs, strung them together around a tree in front of a window, powered by a generator, and the rest is history. And by 1903, General Electric started offering the pre-assembled kits of Christmas lights for consumers. And one more for you to get your day going. You'd look really smart if you mention this at the office, maybe especially if you have someone in the office that likes to read and considers themselves somewhat bright. You can shock them with this one. The original title of the book, 1984, by George Orwell, was actually 1980. It was the original title, was 1980. But George Orwell got sick while he was writing it. The book got delayed. And by the time he got better, he wanted a large enough gap between when it was published and the future that he was writing about. So he decided, 1980 is just not far enough into the future. We're going to call it 1984. And the rest is history, all because George Orwell got sick. And here's the story I wanted to start the day with today. And I will consider myself one of these people for sure. Where are the worst gift wrappers? Who are they? Men, women, where do they live? What's the deal? So the correct answer, apparently, there was a poll. The worst gift wrapper are older men living in the Midwest, which kind of makes sense. Like, if you had to let me guess where the worst gift wrappers were in the United States, I would say not only would it be men, but it would be older men, and they would be somewhere kind of like South, Midwest, sort of, that I'm just figuring that they're not doing a lot of gift wrapping in those areas. That is the number one place. I will put myself with those people, so don't feel so bad if you are, maybe you listen online and you are one of those people in the Midwest. I put myself in your category. Hate to gift wrap, don't think I'm very good at it. That is why God created gift bags and tissue paper. I'm not even good at the tissue paper thing. Like, some people have a real art and a real knack for how the tissue paper comes out of the bag and everything. I can't even do that right. I put the gift in the bag and then just like shove tissue paper in. It's a disaster, honestly. But there you go. Midwestern men, I am sorry. You're the worst at wrapping the gifts. Plenty more to do this morning. 7:30, special song. 7:48 or so, going to discuss the National Film Registry. Every year, they add new films to be preserved. And we will tell you which ones have gotten in this year. Also, Taco Bell with a new food item. You're going to want to hear this. If you thought the lines were long at Taco Bell drive-thrus to begin with, I think this is going to add to it, and I think it starts tomorrow, according to the article. We'll get into that. National Day's Good News Stories, late 8 o'clock hour. Your next Bald and the Beautiful entertainment at about 8:12 or so. We get up to 50 today, dry throughout the day. That rain comes in late tonight into tomorrow morning, and then might even end before you walk out the door tomorrow, so that's good. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.